Some individuals cannot imagine life without foldable devices, particularly the larger tablet-like models, such as the Z Fold 7. These gadgets excel in multitasking, thanks to their 8-inch flexible displays. However, their design is less than ideal for media consumption, as the shape is too square. Huawei established a standard last year and has continued to do so this year with the Mate X-T, which features a pocket-sized 10.2-inch tablet display with a near 16:9 aspect ratio. Samsung's first competitor is also in the pipeline, but it boasts a notably different design. Rather than folding in and out, it folds inwards twice. Initial reports suggested that the first iteration of the Samsung TriFold, likely powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, would only be launched in China and South Korea. Nevertheless, it is now anticipated to be officially unveiled at an international conference at the end of the month. Mobile has indicated that Samsung intends to broaden the availability of this tablet. It may be named the Galaxy Z Fold or the Galaxy Z TriFold. Currently, the Galaxy TriFold will be available in at least one country, the United Arab Emirates. While there is a possibility that more countries, such as the US, could be added, this has yet to be confirmed. Over the past few months, there have been only a few leaks, all of which have suggested that the device will feature 3 integrated batteries, a triple camera system with a 200 megapixel sensor and up to 100x digital zoom, an internal 10-inch OLED display, and a cover display measuring approximately 6.5 inches. Additionally, it will support wireless charging. When folded, this leaves part of the sensitive AMOLED panel uncovered, which could make it less durable in normal usage. That's why it needs a protective case. Samsung is doing things differently with its first tri-foldable device, which, according to earlier reports, would consist of 2 inward folding pieces. This has the disadvantage that an additional cover display increases the thickness of the casing, but the flex panel within is more protected. How the first dual-folding Galaxy tablet would fold was unclear until recently. Based on the display prototypes displayed at trade fairs so far, many spectators typically expected that both sides would fold over each other, that is, first from the left and then from the right inside, or vice versa. However, a new animation from Samsung uncovered in the One UI 8 code now indicates an alternative folding strategy. The video above shows the position of the wireless charging coil, which is buried in the right third of the 10-inch tablet when viewed from the front. The end of the movie also discloses that Samsung is presumably contemplating a rigorous left-to-right folding pattern. First, the left third of the display is folded onto the middle piece, then these 2 parts are folded onto the right third of the display. Whether this will also be the case with the final Galaxy Z Fold remains to be seen, although it appears plausible. Leaker Tech Highest also published the 2 videos below on X, which appear to indicate that contactless NFC payments and reverse wireless charging will also be possible on the Samsung TriFold. The reverse wireless charging module is on the right-hand side of the case when viewed from the front, opposite the cameras on the back. The cover display with a punch-hole camera is incorporated right in the middle of the double foldable pocket tablet, which, according to recent reports, will be unveiled at the end of September. Samsung may include a battery cell in each of the 3 sides of its future tri-foldable smartphone. A patent documentation issued by the Korea Intellectual Property Rights Information Service, also known as KIPRIS, discloses that the 3 batteries will not only have distinct forms, but also different thicknesses. According to one sketch, the smallest battery will be inside the part that would house the back cameras. The central area of the device, where the cover display will reside, will have the second largest battery. The largest battery will end up in the segment, which will be sandwiched between the other 2 when the device is folded. None of the images or documentation in the patent give more particular information about the battery capacity or the charging speeds of the Galaxy Z TriFold. We've already heard that Samsung may employ a silicon carbon battery for the gadget, but that may not help it achieve larger capacity. According to earlier rumors, Samsung's gadget would have a smaller capacity than the Huawei Mate X-T, which has a 5,600 mAh battery. Samsung may also offer just 25-watt charging, lagging behind the 66-watt wired and 50-watt wireless charging of its main competition. Samsung is hard at work on its TriFold, and the company previously confirmed a launch before the end of the year. Now it looks like we have more details about its software capabilities. We recently discovered two obvious features coming to the triple-screen foldable via One UI 8. First, the TriFold tablet will reportedly let you run 3 programs side by side. This feature makes sense owing to the significantly larger folding screen, making split-screen multitasking with 3 apps a more comfortable experience. The publication says that you may drop a trio of split-screen apps onto the home screen, taskbar, or edge panel and arrange them vertically or horizontally. I'm betting that sliding a split trio of applications into these spaces will provide a shortcut to simultaneously start them, much like app pair functionality on current book-style foldables. Meanwhile, the Samsung TriFold could possibly receive the Z Fold line's cover screen mirroring capabilities. Galaxy Z Fold devices currently let you have independent home screen layouts for each screen or 2 cover display home screens set side by side on the folding screen. The TriFold may also enable you to arrange 2 cover display home pages side by side on the huge display. There's no information if 3 home pages from the smartphone display may appear side by side on the main screen though. In any scenario, Samsung's triple-screen foldable phone is obviously taking shape ahead of its projected launch in late 2025. However, I am curious to hear more about app support on this larger form factor. After all, it wasn't that long ago that apps like Instagram and Twitter looked dreadful on foldable phone displays. A prior TriFold rumor suggests it will provide a Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, a 10-inch folding OLED screen, the Z Fold 7's cameras, and a near $3,000 price tag. We also exclusively uncovered the device design in One UI 8 files last month, giving us a solid indication of what to expect in terms of the form factor. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more tech news and updates.